Been a few days, but finally got another video, and we're replacing that speaker in the passenger door and more on this episode of
the Clutch Trucker Channel.
Clutch Trucker, filmed before a live and fuzzy studio audience that is Rusty, their freshly groomed meatball dog. Hey YouTube, Clutch Trucker here. Thanks for tuning in to another edition of the Clutch Trucker Channel. Alright, sorry there hasn't been a video in a few days. Been dealing with some stuff. We got Rusty groomed on Monday. Of course, you saw him there in the opening. He'll be in the end again, of course. And then Tuesday, unfortunately, my wife's father passed away. So he had Alzheimer's and dementia and everything. You know, it's one of those where you know it's coming, but it's still, you know, when it's, for her, when it's your dad, it's still a big shock. So I've just been trying to kind of keep things running around the house, and, you know, so she doesn't have to do as much, and try to help her out however I can. And she's probably going to be going down this weekend to be with her mother anyway, to help take care of, you know, all the stuff you got to do on that sort of thing. My folks died like 5 years ago, 6 years ago, 1 year apart, and I had to deal with those. And so my sister lives in New York City, so it was all me on that one. Luckily, her brother is right down there nearby, but, you know, still, there's stuff she's going to have to do. So that's part of the reason. The other part of the reason there hasn't been a video is it's been so freaking cold. I know everyone pretty much all over the entire country has been dealing with this storm. You know, I think it has a name, Lind or something like that, that's come through. We got a little bit of it, was it Tuesday night when it started, and then Wednesday morning we got a lot of snow, got about 3 or 4 inches. We didn't get as much here as Denver got, but boy did it get cold. Here's how cold it was last night. Yeah, it's still cold tonight, not quite as bad. But yeah, and I tried to start my pickup this morning, and it wouldn't start. It was trying to crank over, but it wouldn't catch, and then all of a sudden just stopped. I pulled out, I got the big truck here, started, pulled it out, tried to charge it up for like an hour, still didn't do anything. I tried with my wife's car tonight, tried to charge the other battery, because the pickup has 2 batteries. This truck has 4. Yeah, I still couldn't get it. I'm convinced at this point, actually, that the starter is dead. So something else I'm going to have to deal with. But anyway, so, but I'm going to try to get my speaker finally came in. Because that's where we kind of ended in the last video. I'd gotten the door panel off, and was going to do the replacement speaker. Well, it was supposed to be here yesterday. Because of the storm, it didn't make it till today. But here's the speaker, so we'll unbox that. I'm going to try to put that in tonight, and all that. Plus, Duncan Miller, another truck driver, he drives for Werner. He's been following my channel for a long time. He goes by Dunk, and he emailed me last night saying, hey, I'm going to be coming through, take a couple hours off, let's go to lunch. And so I'm like, great. Then of course my pickup wouldn't start. I couldn't go get him with that, so I had to take the big truck out. I needed to go get fuel at Sapp Brothers, which I did, and I haven't had a chance to put the wood skin around the insulation yet, so I had to just kind of drive slow and careful. I lost one piece. Yeah, right there, that's the piece I lost. Luckily it's a small piece, so I have extra I can put back in there. All the rest on the back on that side stayed on the other side stayed on, but got to replace that one. Yeah, I noticed that when I brought Duncan back to his truck today. But yeah, he and I got to spend a nice lunch together. Went to Guadalajara, great Mexican food in Cheyenne. They've got 2 locations. We went to the one near downtown. I actually had never been to that one, but I had the carne asada. Oh baby, yeah, good stuff. He had I think a chimichanga. We got the you know, chili con queso. You got to get that, baby. Anyway, so after we do the speaker thing, I've got some video of Dunk showing off. He's got a newer Cascadia. I was kind of impressed how they actually have redone some of the interior, and he has a couple of cool gadgets we're going to show you, and also proof that I met him. He's you know, that I showed him in the truck, and he's got a little bit to say, so that's all coming up. But next we'll dive into the whole speaker replacement. I have my soldering iron and my solder, so I can make sure the wires are soldered onto the speaker, because I don't want to put this in with little clips and then later on have those wires fall off when I'm rattling down the road. No, and have to do this again. I want to do it once. My mother hung me on a hook once, Johnny. Once. So, gonna tackle that. We'll open this up. We'll find some place to plug in the soldering iron, and we'll get to wiring this thing up, baby. So this speaker, this is a Boss 60 watt. It says right up here, 60 watt. It's 4 ohms. That's the most important thing when you're replacing speakers, people. Match the ohms. OHMS. And this is a 4 ohm speaker. Alright, so, and it's the same size. It should work just fine. It's got that damn clamshell kind of packaging that I hate. You gotta take the scissors out and just wrestle the crap out of it to get these things open. I always hate this kind of packaging. But anyway, so I've got my handy dandy scissors here. Alright, so let's see what we can do with that. Pull it out and give it a look. See? Ah, there it is. This is what one looks like when it's not covered in dust. Alright, so to show you the old one, right here, this should be exactly the same. Alright. See, oh, that looks bigger. Oh, now this one's bigger. No. But look at this. Yeah, it's the exact same size. Looks like the holes are going to line up so that I shouldn't have to make any adjustments with that. I should just be able to use the same screws to put them in. So, let's get started. If you missed it in my last video, $14.99 from Amazon. Not bad. 15 bucks for a replacement speaker. If it gives me a year or so, I'll be happy. Alright, first thing is to strip those wires, and then we'll bend them onto the connections and solder them in. Okay, got the speaker all wired up. There it is in place on the door. It fit perfectly. I've tested the volume and everything, and it seems to be sounding good. Hopefully this will last at least a little while. You know, I'm not expecting a lot for 15 bucks, but like I said, if I can get a year or so out of it. Now, before I put that panel back on, I'm going to clean. Look at all that dust there and everything. My wife always says, when you have an opportunity to open stuff up, you clean it. So we'll do that, and we'll try to get that whole panel buttoned back up. Alright, hard to tell because it's dark in here and everything, but yeah, clean that all up. So now the black looks black and not dusty. So I'm going to wait till tomorrow to put the panel on. My fingers were just freezing out there. Oh man, it's just too freaking cold. But speaker's in, it sounds good, and we'll put that panel on tomorrow. Tested it with a bunch of different songs, but one that really sounds good on there is Yaz and Situation. Bump, 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 dubba, dubba. You know that one. Don't know what is going on with my hair. Anyway, got a cut late last week, sometime like that, but it's just being kind of weird. Anyway, so yeah, got the speaker done, and we'll put the panel on tomorrow when it's a little bit warmer. I'll try to figure out the whole pickup situation, why the hell it's not starting. But anyway, on Monday when Rusty was getting groomed, I did go to Hobby Lobby. I'd seen this a couple of months back, maybe even 2 or 3 months ago. They had letters, big letters, and I thought, well, these would look pretty cool in the truck, and they were 50% off. Let me show you these. So how about that with the lights in there, and it has this little edge, so I'm going to be able to glue that rope light in there. I thought this would look cool. It's got the kind of the brown that'll match the paneling back there, and you got the corrugated metal. Thought this looks like a trucker thing, doesn't it? So I'll have my CNT back up there, so in future videos when the project is done, we'll have a CT lit up in all funky ways, baby. So it'll be the Clutch Trucker Studios. Yeah. Okay, and I mentioned earlier I got to meet Dunk today. He'd been following my channel for quite a while. He sent me three packages of the wipes, you know, like the Lysol type wipes, a while back, and which I said I will definitely be using those. And he came through today, and so I had a chance to meet him. We went out to lunch, had a good time, and so here's some Dunk. All right, here we are. This is Dunk. He was coming through Cheyenne and said, gave me an email last night and said where he'd be, so got down here and picked him up, and he took me to lunch. And so I thought I'd have proof that Dunk has now seen most of the remodel here on the Clutch Trucker truck. Yeah, and do you have any comments?
Yeah, well, not only proof, I have proof that it's actually happening. The update is real. It's not something. It's not an excuse that Clutch used to stay home and be with his family. It's happening and it's almost done. It's really cool to see. And I'm glad I got to spend the day today seeing how it all's come together. It's pretty cool to see it in real life.
All right, here's Dunk's truck.
Salted.
Here's Werner. So I'm just bringing him back to the yard here, and we're standing out here BSing just a little bit more. And I haven't lost any insulation. I had to drive the big truck down to get him today because it was so cold this morning my pickup wouldn't start.
Salt mess.
I want to show these wheel covers that Dunk has on his truck. He was telling me about these. These are really cool. And he said the main reason is because of all his years in the military, he wants something easy to clean.
Watch.
So he has...
I'll do it in 3 seconds.
All right, so he's going to show how easy it is to clean these things. All right, spray it down. I'll wipe with the chamois. Oh, look at that. Get all the Wyoming road grime off of there. There's a good looking wheel. See if you like those old fishing shows from the 80s. Oh, that's a good looking fish. There's a good looking wheel right there, baby. All right, got a good option for you. For those of you who want to keep a freezer and a fridge, Dunk's got a good idea. This is a, what is this?
Costway.
It's a Costway. This is a freezer. It's 12 volt, right?
It'll run on 12 volt, but it also runs off an inverter.
All right, so it does both. And he was showing me the fancy features of the lid. Go ahead and show that again. You can open that way. You can open the opposite way. And not only that, you can just take the whole lid off. How about that? So that's how he keeps a whole bunch of frozen food in his truck. And that slides under his cabinet over here. Cascadia's, obviously, they finally decided to put a wider cabinet up there. You can get a decent sized microwave in, which is nice. And he's got his little Dometic refrigerator up here in front of his passenger seat. So, very cool. All right, now he's going to show the magic rising bed. Oh, look at that. The pillows are going up. That is cool. It's like your own Craftmatic adjustable bed.
Exactly.
How about that? And that just slides underneath your mattress, right?
Yeah. It's basically just an air bladder.
How about that? That's cool. Oh, see, and there it is right there. Very cool. Where'd you get that?
At the Iowa 80. The
Iowa 80.
Joplin 44, Iowa 80. It's called Bunkrite.
Bunkrite. All right. So there's something else, another gadget you truckers will want to get. Alrighty, well that's about it for tonight. Tomorrow hopefully we'll get some more stuff, as it's supposed to be a little bit warmer. Into the 30s, that would be nice. I've always said I can deal with 30s. But you know, when the temperature feels like below zero, forget about it. Forget about it. You can't get anything done, forget about it. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So anyway, so we'll have more coming up. Okay, not a lot to show you, but at least to give you an update and why we haven't had a video in a few days. Had a few things going on, but you know, if nothing else, we got that speaker in. So what do you think? Yep. So at least something. Oh, sure hoping for some warmer weather tomorrow, right? I know you are. Now that you got the short haircut, right? Yeah. Thanks for tuning in. As always, please subscribe. Please like and comment. I get to your comments usually within 24 hours. Don't forget to ring that bell for notification so you know when the new videos come out. There's Clutch Trucker on Instagram, Clutch Trucker on Twitter. I've been lax for the past week and a half. Haven't put anything up there, but I will soon. And as always, sniff that magic YouTube fairy dust. Clutch and Rusty, out. Yeah, the name's Johnny. Johnny Dangerously. You realize your last name is an adverb? Alright, it's up there on your pet bed. Back in what will be the seating area. You have to bring it down here though to eat it, don't you? It's because you are a meatball dog. Yes. Yum, yum, yum. Look at the nice freshly groomed Rusty. Doesn't he look good? He even smells good too. They put a nice little perfume on him. A little spritz. Not too female-ish. It's a more of a manly spritz, right, Rusty? But he does smell good at least. Not the famous coconut smell that I like from other ones, but I think you got it all, buddy.